Biden in a wheelchair, Trump firing a machine gun. This is one of the most powerful free AI tools. Hyper is an AI video generator that can create anything you can imagine with just a few text prompts. But some of the capabilities of Hyper and a number of other AI video generators are causing concern. Here's everything you need to know about video AI. These images aren't real. They were generated by Sora, OpenAI's new text-to-video model. It uses artificial intelligence to turn text into videos, animate still images, and combine separate videos into one scene, like these two videos, which, put together, make this one. And it's capable of changing an element of a video in each generation without modification. It creates these videos by training AI models on countless hours of videos licensed from other companies and data scraped from the internet. It's not yet publicly available, but OpenAI says it hopes to roll out the application by the end of this year. It looks realistic enough at first, but watch it again and this time pay close attention to the people's hands. Even Sora's boss acknowledges there are still weaknesses.
There's all kinds of fun. I mean, cats sprouting an extra limb at random points in a video. Pick what you want, but there's still a lot of problems, still a lot of weaknesses.
OpenAI is partly backed by Microsoft. Another big tech player, Google, has a product called Lumiere. This is new, and we've never seen this level of video generation before. It presents huge potential for a lot of different applications. Everything we've shown you so far has been generated from scratch, but you can also use AI to manipulate existing videos and make them look completely different. We gave this a try. This is me at the office, but with a little help from AI, we're going to transport me into a medieval kingdom. So how did we do it? It's a Photoshop tool that lets you select the part of the background that you want to change, you type in what you want, and it generates options for you to pick from.
I think this thinks the trunk is coming from there.
But it doesn't always work so well. At the moment, this specific tool only works for stills, so we've had to cheat it to turn it back into a video, but soon the tool will be available for video as well. Adobe has announced that it will be releasing an AI video generation tool later this year that allows users to add or remove objects, as well as extend videos. It's one of a number of companies racing to take the lead on video generation. But some academics have warned that wider access to this technology would make it easier and cheaper to mislead people, which is particularly worrying in an important election year where over half of the world's population will be heading to the polls.
There are 4 billion people around the world going to elections this year. So we will see it being used more and more, and we'll see techniques, strategies, tactics being shared by bad actors all over the world and emulated. So I think we're at the beginning of what could be a tidal wave of artificially generated disinformation that destabilizes our sense of reality.
AI-generated audio of President Biden appeared to encourage supporters not to vote in the New Hampshire primaries.
Important that you save your vote for the November election. Voting this Tuesday only enables the Republicans in their quest to elect Donald Trump again.
The Republican National Committee released a video using AI-generated images depicting a dystopian version of the future if Biden's re-elected. AI-generated audio was used by the imprisoned former Pakistani President Imran Khan to release a statement to his supporters after the country's elections. More than 100 deepfake video ads impersonating UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak were paid to be promoted on Facebook, according to research found by Fenimore Harper. We know millions of people are seeing these fake videos, but there's not a lot of research on how they respond to deepfake videos and how it affects their voting. Some experts have warned that it's not even about the videos themselves, just the knowledge that there's loads of fake material going around further erodes public trust in the media, politicians, and institutions. And that's what we should be really concerned about.
Videos can be used to boost pre-existing narratives. Even if they're debunked, they can still be used to highlight issues that people in campaigns want to highlight. And then if we have this, if we increasingly see this, trust overall in media can decline. We already saw in the previous US election where election results are perceived as invalid, that there's been cheating going on, that things haven't really been done properly. That, more than the idea that people will just be, convinced to completely change their vote by video, is what I'm really worried about.
OpenAI has said it's aware of Sora's potential for creating misinformation ahead of the 2024 US presidential elections and has banned the use of its tech for political campaigning.
My worst fears are that we, the field, the technology, the industry, cause significant harm to the world. I think if this technology goes wrong, it can go quite wrong, and we want to be vocal about that.
Ideas generated by the model will have a watermark to distinguish them from videos taken in real life. Meta, Google, and TikTok have said they would add features that will let users disclose AI-generated content they share by adding a label, with penalties applying if they do not. But is that enough?
Now, until we get that placed into law, unfortunately, as people, we have no real ability to work out what's true or not. I'm an expert. Even I can't tell the difference 99% of the time.
We reached out to Adobe, Microsoft, and Midjourney. They did not respond to requests for comment. We don't really know what AI models are trained on. Companies are notoriously secretive about it, and this lack of transparency is one of the biggest areas of contention. When pressed on whether OpenAI trains its model on copyrighted material from YouTube, Instagram, and other social platforms without permission, its CTO, Mira Murati, struggled to answer the question.
What data was used to train Sora?
We used publicly available data and licensed data.
So, videos on YouTube?
I'm actually not sure about that.
Artists, writers, journalists, and filmmakers, especially those whose work has been used to train these models without their consent, have flagged concerns about copyright and privacy and have called for AI regulation.
This other thing, this AI thing, is a real scare, and it's something that really has to be nipped in the bud.
Actors in the SAG-AFTRA union ended a 118-day strike after agreeing with movie studios that they must get their permission to use their likeness in videos generated by AI and pay performers whenever their digital doubles appear on screen. On the other side, producers have seen an opportunity. The filmmaker Tyler Perry said he paused an extension to his Atlanta studio complex after seeing the capabilities of Sora. Of course, not all fake videos are generated by AI. There are many other video editing softwares that are used to manipulate content and spread misinformation. But the challenge policymakers must respond to is how to make sure this is done with permission and not at the expense of the humans whose work it's trained on.